What actually is a TRD FJ? There seems to be a ton of confusion in the Toyota FJ Cruiser community surrounding this name, so I am here to set the record straight. Hey there everyone, welcome to FJX 2000 Productions and another episode of Let's FJ. My name is Hayden, and in today's episode we are going to break down what the TRD FJ actually is, or what it could mean, since folks in our community seem to use that name without actually understanding that it could mean a few different packages or models that Toyota has or hasn't produced over the years. There is a clear answer to this confusion, and given my knowledge of FJ Cruiser packages, models, and special editions, I promise by the end of today's video, you will understand how simply stating TRD FJ is confusing and how to properly use the words TRD and FJ in the same sentence. Before we begin, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my subscribers who have helped this channel reach 10,000 subs. I just can't get over how cool that is. If you aren't already subbed, please consider doing so you can be part of the FJX 2000 community and be in the loop when new FJ Cruiser videos are released. I hope you enjoy today's video, and remember, for every like that you give one of my videos, your FJ Cruiser gains 5 horsepower. Comment below and let me know if you learned something new today, and now, let's get started. TRD is the abbreviation for Toyota Racing Development, which is Toyota's in-house tuning shop for all of Toyota's vehicles. TRD is not only involved with supporting Toyota's racing interests across the globe, but also produces various tuning products and upgraded accessories like performance suspension components, superchargers, wheels, and more. The FJ Cruiser first had involvement with TRD back in 2006 with the design and development of what became the TRD Special Edition FJ Cruiser. To me, when people say TRD FJ, this is what immediately comes to mind. Unlike the Tacoma and 4Runner that have TRD Sport and TRD Off-Road packages, the 2007 FJ Cruiser was offered with the TRD Special Edition package. If you want to learn everything there is to know about the 2007 TRD Special Edition, I recommend watching my FJ Cruiser Special Editions video. I will leave a link in the description below. But some of the most notable features of this package include the TRD Special Edition badging, the black diamond pearl monochromatic paint scheme, meaning the body and roof are painted black, versus the roof being white as it is with most FJs, the gunmetal gray 16-inch TRD wheels with BF Goodrich KO all-terrain tires, the TRD Bilstein off-road tuned shocks, and other upgraded features. There were only ever 3,200 of these TRD Special Edition FJs made, and fun fact, I owned one. I've sold it since then and have gotten a different FJ, but the TRD SE is an amazing vehicle, and due to its stunning looks, performance, and ultra-rare features like the gunmetal gray TRD wheels and TRD SE badges, they are highly collectible. The following year in 2008, the TRD Special Edition package was replaced with the Trail Team Special Edition package, which had some slight differences but overall was the same idea as the TRD SE, acting as the most loaded FJ Cruiser model you could get designed for off-roading. And they did a Trail Teams model for the 2008 model year as well as the 2010 to 2014 model years. But what about for 2009? It's not exactly known why there wasn't a 2009 Trail Team Special Edition, but as it turns out, Toyota offered a new TRD package starting that year. For any given year, Toyota also offered other packages for the FJ, like the Convenience Package, Off-Road Package, and Upgrade Packages. For more details, see my FJ Changes Year by Year video. But as previously stated, in 2009, they started offering the TRD Package. The TRD Package is not to be confused with the TRD Special Edition of 2007, as it wasn't limited to a specific number of units as is the case with true Special Edition FJs, and it didn't have nearly the same number of features. As a matter of fact, for 2009 TRD Package equipped FJs, it was only available on two-wheel drive models in the Iceberg color. This package notably came with a red TRD sticker applied to the wide C-pillar, 16-inch silver TRD wheels with BF Goodrich all-terrain tires, and TRD Bilstein high-speed tune shocks. For the 2009 two-wheel drive FJs, this package gave those models a little bit of an edge off-road over normal two-wheel drive FJs, but for 2010 through 2012, the TRD package was opened up to any color FJ, and it wasn't exclusive to two-wheel drive models. So for the United States, if someone were to say they had a TRD FJ, they are probably referring to the 2007 TRD Special Edition, but they could also be referring to a 2009 through 2012 TRD Package equipped FJ. So it is better to say that you have a TRD Special Edition or TRD SE versus just a TRD FJ to make sure you are being clear. And likewise, it is better to state that you have a TRD Package equipped FJ Cruiser versus just saying TRD FJ. One thing I wanted to warn folks about is that TRD obviously makes a whole range of TRD branded parts designed for the FJ and other Toyota vehicles. One such item is the TRD wheels, found on the TRD Special Edition, TRD Package, and Trail Team Special Editions. But just because someone has TRD wheels or other TRD items on their FJ doesn't by default make it a TRD FJ Cruiser. Over the years, I've seen a fair number of FJ Cruisers with the Tacoma's TRD off-road sticker slapped on the side, and that confuses a lot of folks that are new to the FJ community or just don't know any better, so they assume that that is what a TRD FJ is, when in reality, as we have just discussed, there is no such thing as a TRD off-road FJ Cruiser, in the same way that there is a TRD off-road Tacoma. And along that same line, after the FJ was discontinued in the US in 2014, Toyota released the TRD Pro series of vehicles, namely the Tacoma, 4Runner, and Tundra. These TRD Pro trucks came with pretty much all the parts found on the Trail Team's Ultimate Edition FJ Cruiser. And if you want to learn more about that, be sure to check out this video I did all about that topic. But I've seen folks over the years get TRD Pro badges among other TRD parts and put them on their FJ Cruisers, leading some to think that there is such a thing as a TRD Pro FJ Cruiser, when in fact there is not. So just be careful when you are looking at FJs, especially if you are in the market for one, since dealerships, both big and small, or even private sellers may have one of these FJs with false TRD badging or random TRD parts on it, and label it as a fictional TRD FJ Cruiser. Just remember the specific components that come on the TRD Special Edition or TRD Package equipped FJs as to not get caught by false advertising. One last note is that overseas, where the FJ is still available, there are some countries who have gotten their own version of a TRD FJ. Specifically back in 2015 or 2016, and maybe even now, in places like the Philippines, it would appear that Toyota offered what was referred to as the TRD kit for the FJ Cruiser, which came with some really neat parts, like a TRD cutout aluminum skid plate, riveted wheel arch fender extensions, polished black 17-inch TRD wheels with all-terrain tires, a steel rock slider bar, large TRD mud flaps, and a special TRD tailpipe, along with TRD side graphics placed on the C-pillar. A very similar package, if not the same package, was also apparently offered in countries like Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Kuwait, Bahrain, Oman, Qatar, and Yemen. But it was labeled as the TRD Limited Edition. This TRD Limited Edition, which I've also seen simply referred to as the FJ Cruiser TRD, was noted as coming with TRD shocks and coils, a TRD backdoor emblem, and a TRD shift knob, in addition to the items previously mentioned. But exact details might be a little fuzzy, since it is hard for someone in the States like me to find information about certain worldwide variants, especially since they don't appear to be offered for the 2022 model year. But hopefully this video helps you understand why the phrase TRD FJ is actually quite a confusing one, as it could unintentionally refer to a whole slew of different FJ Cruiser models or packages that have been offered over the years, from the 2007 TRD Special Edition to the 2009 through 2012 TRD Package FJ Cruisers, to even the TRD Kit or TRD Limited Edition FJs sold in other parts of the world. All in all, when it comes to TRD's involvement with the FJ Cruiser, it is a bit confusing. But again, just be careful of mislabeled FJ Cruisers, since there is no such thing as a TRD Pro FJ Cruiser, and just because an FJ has TRD parts, like suspension, wheels, brakes, cold air intakes, catback exhausts, or even a supercharger, it doesn't by default make it a TRD FJ Cruiser. Hopefully this video has cleared up this topic for you, and if you have any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, take care.